reset, renew, can do, and no can do. Do you feel that sometimes the 4th of July is like that for you, that you have this ability to go, oh, I'm not going to do any more of that. It's time for a refresh. It's time for a new opportunity and an ability to actually, how about this, do whatever you want to. So there's a lot of talk about authenticity, about being real. And, you know, I'm always a little protagonist, or itching a little over there and tweaking a little over there. But what about getting to know yourself? What about taking time to actually understand who you are? And who you are comes from your non-negotiables, your priorities, your beliefs, and then how you go about creating the rest of your life. Because when we know ourselves, hey Marcel, so when we know ourselves, Marcella, thank you. So when we know ourselves, and when we're unapologetic, you know, I quickly read someone's name and I don't quite get it right. Then my eyes readjust and I go, oh, that's what that says. And we give ourselves permission, per your mission, to do, to say, to be, to expand, to explore, and to be able to rejuvenate yourself. You know, taking a few months in a foreign country was really beautiful for me because I could get in touch with the who that I am. I could leave behind me the who that I was. Because, you know, ultimately, this may be shocking to you, but ultimately no one really cares about your story. So when I went away, no one said, so what do you do for work? But they saw me for who I was in the moment. And I was unapologetic because there was nothing to apologize for. I was open because there's no reason for me to be closed off. I was genuine because I could be. When no one has expectations of you that you know about, then you have the freedom to create the who that you want to be. You know, I was talking about someone about Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was one of the most amazing transformationalists. You know, there was a story about the star-bellied Whos. So there were Whos with stars on their belly, and there were other Whos who had no stars on their belly. They, ones without, wanted what the other ones had, so they figured out a way to get stars on their belly. And then the ones who had the stars on their belly in the first place went, well, we don't want to be like them. We want our stars removed. So then there was a place where they could get their stars removed. So ultimately what ended up happening, and it's the little Whos who didn't have stars, marched through, got themselves stars, recognized that, oh my God, nobody else wants stars right now. So they popped themselves in the line to get their stars removed from their bellies. The line went on and on and on. They had them removed. They got them, had them removed. So when we look outside of ourselves for what is right, true, and beautiful for us, we're going to be living somebody else's life, wearing somebody else's earrings, showing up in ways that are not truly you. So spend some time, even if it's just 7 minutes, to look at the story you're running. What does it look like? Is it the story that you want to be running? And you know what? The beautiful part is that you can write, burn, and bury your old story. There's no life left in it. So dragging it around like a big bag of garbage. Well, we talk about baggage, right? Well, guess what? You don't have to take your baggage with you. You know, sometimes airplanes lose it for us, right? And then we're all annoyed, where's my baggage? But here's the thing about being in, about being in your own knowing in your own authority and coming from that place and being willing and able to live the life of your dreams. So I've been crafting my dream life for years now, and it has had ins and outs and ups and downs, but ultimately through the whole thing, I stayed true to my values and my integrity and my ability to be kind and generous and look at everything as a lesson. When you have that ability, and you all do, we all do absolutely have that ability. When we look at what's the lesson here, a lot of the angst goes out of the trauma, and the drama goes out of it, right? So when you go, oh, this thing is happening to me, like the home free thing. I just wrote a post about that, so hop over there and read it. So when you recognize that this is not happening to me, this is happening for me, and you begin truly to trust your guidance, because we all have it. Sometimes we don't listen. Sometimes the other thing that happens is that we don't know how to access it. So when we have that ability, when we have the ability to trust that someone has got my back, and that things are happening for me, for my soul's evolution, then a lot of the angst goes out of it, because your soul is here to evolve. Your personality doesn't have to like the lessons, but when your personality comes to serve your soul, that's bliss. That's bliss. We're here to be happy, and how better than to be soul guided, to be soul led. And when you do that, when you surrender and become vulnerable and go, I don't know. And it's okay that I don't know. And you don't get caught up in, I can't take the next step because I don't know what's the step after. And then you're there, you're poised for like ever, because you can't take the first step because you don't know how. Take the first step and trust. You know, one of the things that I notice is that drivers don't trust one another. The blinker will be on and the blinker will be on, and the person at the corner watching this person with their blinker, they don't trust that they're going to turn the corner the way that they say they're going to. So they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait until that person gets up to the corner and turns the corner. We don't trust one another. And we don't trust ourselves enough to go, oh, you know what? That person's blinker is on back there. I have the room to go. I can go. And we hesitate. And we're there at the corner waiting for someone else to make the move. So let's start taking a risk. Let's start doing things even if we don't know how. You know, if we all stopped ourselves from cooking because we don't know how it's going to turn out, then we wouldn't eat. And so let's do that. Let's be brave. Let's take a risk. Let us go ahead and show our true colors, which are basically love and kindness and joy and generosity. So be more of you and less of somebody else. And when someone tries to boss you around, it's okay for you to be like a 3-year-old and go, you're not the boss of me. And when you do it, it lightens the whole thing up. We can resist in so many ways the things that we don't want to engage in. The however is that for most of us, we think we need to get angry and we need to be aggressive and we need to be unkind. But what if everything, all this growing and evolving, changing, looking at our values, looking at our lifestyle, I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to be sitting somewhere listening to a couple talk about how people in the Philippines want to live in like Americans and come to America. People in America want to live like and go to the Philippines. We're all disquieted. The howevers, you know what the saying is, wherever you go, there you are. Well, the thing is, it's not going to change because you change your location. What's going to affect the change in you changing your location is you're getting to be truthful to yourself. No more lies about, yes, I like that, no, I don't like that, and using only your eyes to make a decision about what you like and what you don't like. So Deepak a couple of days ago said, today I will judge nothing. And that's part of his mantra every day. Can you imagine? You're not judging the driver in front of you. You're not judging the idea that, you have to work and it's Friday. You're not judging that somebody over there looks like that or they look like that or, oh my God, they have, earrings or tattoos or whatever. So when we come to that place of being truthful to ourselves, none of that stuff matters. It doesn't matter whether you like my earrings or not, or whether you appreciate what I'm saying. None of that truly matters. What matters is that you find you. That's what matters. And if somebody says something that doesn't resonate with you, you don't need to get angry at them. You just get to step aside. Oh, there they go, trotting right through. So be kind to yourself first. Take care of yourself first. It's not selfish. It's good modeling, because so many of us don't know how to do that. So when a few of us, it only takes 20% to tip the scale there, when a few of us begin doing this, and we do it with lightness, and we do it with laughter, and we do it with self-love, then the whole world begins to have a different perspective. And you can feel comfortable in your own skin no matter where you are. So this last year, it has been really growthful for me in giving up all of my possessions. I'm down to 2 totes, maybe 3, and some pictures. But when you allow yourself to be pared and bared down to what is truly essential, you'll probably come up with the idea that there's maybe 10 things in your life that are truly essentials to you. And when you find those out, when you take those moments of self-reflection and self-exploration, and you just take moments of going, oh, that's for me, that's not for me, without any trauma or drama, what we find is we have a lot more freedom, a lot more independence, and a lot more joy. So let's drum up some love, send it out on every drum beat. Thank you for watching if you're here, and if you're watching the replay, blessings on you too. So today, just for today, find 10 things you love and write them down. You can add to the list until there's filled your heart up with love. So play full on, play full-hearted, and if you find yourself being half-hearted, you get to back out. On account of, this is your life, and how you choose to live it and use it. That was love and lose together. So how you choose to show up, how you choose to show up, it has heart and meaning. And just that smile that you give somebody as you're just walking along might be the shift for them of feeling the love and wanting to stay. I've been doing some research on suicide, and it turns out that the statistics are that every single solitary day, 20 vets are killing themselves. And so I think that's a tragedy. I think that when we see people standing home free, like me, when we see them standing there and asking for something and we judge them just because of their location, then let's just take a moment and put our hands on our heart. Go ahead and do that right now. Take a nice deep breath. And you know, your heart radiates out 360 degrees. So if you're making a judgment about somebody doing something that you don't understand, then it starts to harden your heart. And your heart becomes a little more empty and a little more empty and a little more empty. So today we're going to fill up our hearts. We're going to do our best to just witness as opposed to judging. And then we're going to beam out love to just everybody. All right, so let's energize our hands, make them nice and warm. This is really good for if you're feeling cold as well. All right, put your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep breath. Feel your chest fill right up. And here's what we say. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. So this is an aside. Facebook still has not figured out how to do this landscape. So we're going to send them some love today, right now. So we open fully and freely to give, accept, we go bowls with your hands, and embrace, put it in your heart, all the good the universe has for me. One last time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, bliss, and hi, Lorraine. In case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. I love you. I'll see you. Bye-bye.